Sometimes just a dream, just a moment of gold. Don't let me fall. Oh. Like, why are you looking at me like that?
You kind of like sound like a ghost on steroids. Have you ever watched one of those scary movies and they're like ghosts there and they're like, ooh, but this one is like a ghost on steroids.
Wow. Anyways, let me just. But before, that's what D. In fact, it's not what she said, but she criticized my singing. And I think it's time we involve the listeners. Let them decide how good I am. I cannot say how bad I am because I know I'm a good singer, guys. Come on.
I think you should just stick to rapping.
Oh, rapping.
Stick to your art.
Okay,
bro.
let me try come up with some couple of bars, maybe from one of my songs. I guess it's true anyway. I guess some girls are the same. I feel so stupid again. Yeah, I'll just end there. Anyways, hello guys, hello folks. It's me, your boy Getemol once again, aka Sifiso, rising from the capital of Eswatini, of course, Mbabane. Yeah, welcome to Lift As You Rise podcast. So today, I'm never alone, just like you. You are never alone. So today I'm not alone, but I'm with a very highly esteemed individual. She's going to introduce herself, and let's now give her the platform to introduce herself. A round of applause.
It's for a round of applause. Anyway, hey y'all, my name is Annazide. I'm also from the capital, Babane. And I'm not going to specify where I stay exactly because, for safety reasons. And besides, I don't think you guys are interested. Anyway, so basically, I will be with this podcast for the course of probably a year, right? And I'm looking forward to growing and learning with you because I'm also learning as I speak. Yeah.
Um, there is one thing you said which I picked from your introduction. You're not going to specify where you're from, but you're from the capital of Eswatini, which is Mbabane, obviously. And it reminds me of something. D the other time she was like, nah, like I should specify where I stay. I'm like, no, I cannot specify where I stay.
I wouldn't want y'all to know where I stay. I just give you the information, ride or die, fine, but do not know where I stay.
Anyways, ladies and gents, so you've heard for yourself today. It's not just me, but I'm with the reigning. I want to sound like Paul Heyman now. Have you ever watched wrestling?
Yeah, I have.
So Brock Lesnar. And
yeah, I think I do.
Paul Heyman.
Man, I'm lost. The only time I ever watched wrestling was at the time of Batista.
Okay.
Roman Reigns.
Okay, let me show you how Paul Heyman does it when he's when he introduces Brock Lesnar.
Mhm.
So yeah, guys, you've heard it yourself. I'm not alone, but I'm with the reigning, defending WWE. Oh, she's not a WWE, but the podcaster, the poetess, Annazide.
You sound like a big
So yeah, guys, today we are so lucky to have Annazide on the podcast.
Mhm.
So yeah, it's just learning and growing because they say you never finish education, you never finish learning. You learn.
Yeah, you learn every day.
Yeah, which is really, really good. And as much as I still want to know who introduced school, I really want to meet that guy because I feel like he really kind of
messed up.
I don't want to say messed up.
You don't, you don't write messed up on us.
I don't want to make it sound like education is negative.
It's
You know.
not negative. But you know, there's just those days when you're like, nah,
No,
bro,
I don't want to
messed
go to
up.
school. Like, imagine when you get to class and then you have to you probably like sit in mathematics
And you're forced
session.
to sit there.
And I remember in my school days, like my teacher, every time when it was mathematics, I was like, oh boy, here he comes. I was
Here we
never
go
good in
again.
mathematics. So me and my bro would just like sit there and just tell stories. Not that I was not interested in learning. I really was interested in learning, It's
Mhm.
just said, hey, mathematics.
But bro, when they like when he comes in like with the stride, not the normal walk. He comes in with the stride,
Oh
he's got
boy.
his stick. Next thing you know, he's like homework. And in your head, you're like, it's about to go down.
Down. I mean, like, isn't that kind of making you feel nervous type of thing?
Yeah, it's just cringe.
Like, but anyways, guys, school is good.
Mm.
It's good. Yeah, I've seen it. We like they say you are nothing. Like there's nothing you can possibly achieve without education. So you basically
Yeah,
need
without
education.
some form of education.
Yeah. So we really need that, honestly. We need that. Never stop learning. So yeah, today on a podcast, we are going to talk about what causes mental health illness.
Mm.
So our discussion today is just centered around that. And Annazide,
Hmm.
you don't say.
Hmm.
Annazide,
What's up?
yeah.
What's good? What's good?
So, Annazide, today, like, what do you think is mental health?
Cool. So I think, generally, the general definition of mental health is that mental health is a state of well being in which an individual realizes his or her own abilities, can cope with the normal stresses of life, can work productively, and is able to make a contribution to his or her community. In this positive sense, mental health is the foundation for individual well being and the effective functioning of a community. So
Yeah,
it's more like stability,
stability. Okay.
but your health stability.
So, if like I'm trying to find a proper way to ask this question that I have,
Mm-hmm.
So that's mental health. That's the definition.
Yeah.
Stability. It's all about stability, your mind being stable and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So what if my mind is not like stable? Like what?
What if you're mentally unstable?
Yeah, like what if? What if? Like I'm just curious, because obviously there could be something that has led to that me to not be mentally stable and all that. I just want to find out what could possibly lead to that, you know.
Well, it depends. How are you mentally unstable? Like, you are mentally unstable in what way? Because there are different types of mental instability for me. Like there are times when you like either you get to stress a lot, overthinking, over contemplating, anxiousness and stuff like that. But then there's both depression and hypertension and stuff like that where you like it's real deep and you self-harm.
Schizophrenia.
So it depends on like you're mentally unstable
Uh-huh.
in what way.
Yeah. Yeah. In what
Yeah.
way?
In what way?
Could you like maybe give us some examples? Like any examples, like oh.
For example, with depression,
Uh-huh.
most of the time, depression is more about how you feel than who you are. You know, when you feel like the world is weighing on your shoulders and you feel like your bed is just too heavy and you can't like get up and stuff like that, but you like, you want to be with people, but you don't want to be around people.
Oh boy.
Like you like people, but you don't like people, you know. You're somewhere in between.
Like,
And everything that your social life is halfway through. Like I socialize, but I don't socialize, you know.
it's more like you're like an introvert and extrovert at the same time.
No, you're like a confused introvert.
Oh boy.
You're not like, for example, like most of the time, depressed people are introverts. Most of the time, not to
Yeah,
imply
most of the
that every
time.
introvert is a depressed person, but most of the time, introverts are depressed people, but they show themselves as extroverts to hide the depression. Like, have you ever been in a situation whereby you're uncomfortable? Like you're in a room full of prestigious people, for example. You're wearing clothes that make you look like one of them, but back at home your bank balance says you're not one of them.
Oh,
You feel me?
it's
So you over socialize, you over talk, you over laugh, you over joke to hide the fact that you like insecure about where you're standing. You feel me? So yeah, that's how it is. An introvert disguised as an extrovert.
you know, you remind me of you remind me of that time I was under, that situation. Like it was horrible back there. At some point I wanted to get out of bed and just like hop out of my room, go make friends, socialize and all that. But at some point I was like, for a valid reason, why can't I just like stay in my room, you know, focus on myself? And that's like when you're talking about all that, like you're trying to hide the depression and you try to like fit in and stuff like that. And at some point when you get back home, it's, it's demoralizing. I don't want to lie. And right now I'm just like, I'm just wondering, what could be the cause, of mental health illness, because everything happens for a reason, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So you cannot just be sick. We have like there's definitely something happened.
Where there's smoke, there's a fire. Or where there's fire, there's smoke.
Straight up, straight up. So I don't know. Can you like maybe outline the causes of mental health illness? For me,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like honestly, guys, from the youth, looking at how we are raised now,
Yeah.
it's quite a modernized world we live in, unlike the ancient times here in
Mm-hmm.
Eswatini. And guys, I'm not discriminating or judging. I'm just looking at how things are now. Back then you would find that yeah, it's cool. As boys, we knew that okay, fine. We wake up, go like they say gulusa tinkomo in Siswati, more like taking the
Mm-hmm.
cows to the
Yeah,
field to like
cowboys and all that.
graze and stuff like
Yeah.
that. And then you wouldn't hit, a woman, you know, like you
I beg to differ. But continue.
yeah, like you wouldn't hit a female that time.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you would, there would be a certain point where that female will have to run to a certain place, and then when she reaches that certain place, you are not allowed to touch her. Like you are not allowed. I still do not know why, but apparently they say you were not allowed to touch her, as a male.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe it has to do with some like ancestors. I don't know. I don't know. I want to find out also. I've just been trying to talk to the ancient people, but anyways, we'll get there. So looking at how things are now from it were back then. Now guys just okay, not necessarily guys, but people in general, people find it normal to just beat someone to pulp, you know.
Yeah.
It can be a male hitting a male, it can be a female hitting a male, or a female hitting a female, or a male hitting a female, you
Mhm.
know. And now it got to be termed as gender-based violence, you know, GBV type of thing,
Mhm.
which I feel like it it does contribute to mental health illness, you know.
Yeah.
You cannot um you cannot like come every day to the house. Let me make an example. Let's say maybe like we are married, you know, and
Mhm.
then I'm the husband, you are the wife,
Yeah.
and then it's month end. I come back home empty-handed, you know, and then you are like, hey, so it's month end. Where's the money? Where's the grocery? You know, because obviously I have to buy food for the family. I have to put food on the table, you know, and then
Yes,
you find
sir,
that
you do.
okay.
I'm
and then
joking.
and
I'm
then and
joking.
then you find that I don't have money at that time. Probably
What
because
happened to your salary?
like
It's month end.
probably because something happened
What
at work.
happened?
You know, maybe like there's a delay of salaries. Maybe I got mugged on my way home.
Marked on your way home.
Yeah, I mean things happen. Things happen out
Or
there.
maybe you just have a side chick and she like demanded all your money. Now you're coming back home telling me I got mad. Baby, I got mad. Why would you want to withdraw all your money in one setting? Because you don't even need to withdraw the money to make the groceries. You could just like do credit card swiping. So I don't see a reason for you to come back home and tell me, baby, I got marked. It
Okay,
doesn't make any sense, bro. Come up with a better reason. Come
you
up
make
with
it
a better reason.
you make it look like I got superpowers to like stop someone from mugging me, you know, from ambushing me, you know.
No, but you got the superpowers to reason it yourself, not to throw all your salary in one setting.
Anyways, let me just continue with my example, please. You know, like and so I get home without cash.
Cool.
And then she's like, hey, hey, so today you were supposed to bring groceries, like, what happened? And then when I explained to her what happened, she's like, you're a loser. Yeah, like these whatever things you're doing is not good. You're supposed to come back home with money. And then
Yeah.
when she gets to say some things to me, you know, that time she's angry, you know.
Yeah.
And when she speaks, like she's expressing herself, but in a very negative way,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And then what do you think is going to happen to me? You are my wife, and then you are like uttering those words, negative words to me,
Yeah.
calling me a loser, and imagine.
Useless. I'm joking. I'd never
I
say
mean,
you're useless.
isn't it you demeaning my
Your character.
like and my manhood?
Yeah. I suppose in a way it is. But like what I can say is we're all different.
Okay.
Like we all have a different kind of angry.
Mhm.
The people who, when they're angry, they just keep quiet. They don't like talking. The people who, when they're angry, express how they feel. Then there are people, when they're angry, they keep it down until it gets to a peak. And then you're just like saying everything that happened 6 months ago, today. They're saying everything that's like, it's just piling up and piling up and piling up.
Yeah.
But I guess the right way to start off would be to define what mental illness is.
Yeah, let's check it out. Let's check it out.
So basically, mental health is defined as collectively all diagnosable mental disorders or health conditions that are characterized by alterations in thinking, mood, or behavior, or some combination thereof, associated with distress and or impaired functioning. Under these definitions, substance use might be classified as either a mental health problem or a mental illness, depending on its intensity, duration, and effects. So, based on what you're saying, near the definition says that it is health conditions that are characterized by alterations in thinking, mood, or behavior. In this case, it's mood and behavior. So I'm pissed off. I'm pissed off that you work a whole month, but then you come back home empty-handed and you're telling me, baby, I got mugged. I don't care that you got mugged. You should have come back home once you figured out a plan. Okay, fine, I'm getting home and this is what happened.
Where am I supposed to run to?
You would have rather said that you came back home tired and you thought because you were gonna buy the groceries tomorrow. Then tomorrow you get up, you go borrow the money, and you bring food on the table. But then there's a downside to it.
Okay.
If I was also working, I wouldn't be expecting so much from you. So
makes sense.
The intensity thereof depends on where we meet. Is it 70-30? Is it 50-50? Is it 60-40? You feel me? Like, are we both bringing food to the table? Are we both contributing in the relationship? Because most of the time, GBV results when someone is financially dependent on someone else.
Straight up.
Real talk.
You said something about like, are we both like bringing something to the table?
Yeah.
I'm just looking at how things are in our country, you know. Jobs. Like
Jobs.
Yeah. I feel like at some point, to me, it's some sort of disaster, you know, because you can't tell me that I can go to school for whole grueling, let's say maybe 15 or, okay, not 15, but maybe 20 or maybe like 18 years. And then I come back with my diploma or a degree or a PhD, you know, and then I have to just sit with that, doing nothing. I'm not working, but I'm qualified, but I'm not working. There's no job. Like, I think it's a problem. It's a like job scarcity in our country. I feel like it contributes to mental health illness.
Yeah, for sure it does. When you broke, you also like mental. Like, have you ever noticed that when you broke, it's like the whole world is irritated. it's like everything around you is just downright irritating. You're looking at your charger like, why is it even like that? Why is this on the table? So yeah, I feel like it can contribute to mental health, but I also feel like there's a solution to that. Okay. Why would you want to wait on jobs? Make your own job. Yeah, sure, there are no job opportunities, but there are business opportunities. If you feel like you don't want to do large scale, or if you feel like you're not ready for large scale businesses, you can just start off small and save up your money, real talk. But you can also do voluntary work and get experience, because when they release a post for a job, there's a specific time requirement for like experience. What if they want 5 years experience? But then you're sitting on your ass at home and you're like, there's no easy way out. I'm serious. There's no shortcut to success. You have to toil. You have to work. You have to, because dirty hands are a sign of clean money. There's no, I'm going to hamba good faster. Next thing I know, I have money. Nah, you have to accept very good. There are boulders along the way. You're gonna stumble. You're gonna fall. You're gonna have sleepless nights. You're gonna go hungry. But it's not where you start. It's where you end.
It actually reminds me of this quote. I keep bumping into every time. I'm on the internet, like especially Facebook. You know, I don't know the person, but it says when you pray for the rain, you gotta deal with the mud too. You know.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, fine. You prayed for like a job, and then now you're jobless. Yeah, I feel like being jobless is kind of like the mud they probably like referring to. You know, you like you gotta do something to get somewhere.
Exactly.
You want a job, start your own thing, start small, you know, and then people are gonna recognize you and be like, oh, I think I think we can hire him. He has some skills we need in our
Exactly.
company, you know. And then they be like, let's just call him in, and then boom, you get a job, you get paid, and
But another thing is, we're surrounded by competition. From the first day you get into school to the very day that you die, it's competition. Yeah, you can't even run away from it. You're just surrounded by competition, bro. So when you go and put in your CV,
Mhm,
or when you sit at home on your ass and you're like, I'm not gonna work for nothing,
mhm.
you have to ask yourself, the person that was hired, what does he or she have that I don't have? What did they do that I did not do? Because you don't get experience by sitting at home and telling people that our economy is messed up. Fine, the economy is messed up, but what do you want? Because, like I said, there's no easy way out. You don't just wake up one day and pray, and then next thing you know, they're calling you in without even like doing anything about it. And the next thing you know, like, hallelujah, Jesus can do it. Yeah, Jesus can do it, but also Jesus helps those who help themselves, bro.
Very, very valid, valid point. You know,
Yeah.
and how I wish, as a youth, like while maturing into adulthood, we refrain from, you know, trying to be someone we are not, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Just be you, be unique. Imagine, like, can you like imagine if the world was one color, you know, let's say maybe blue. Imagine if
Yeah.
the world was blue. A car, like cars, like all of the cars we have now, it's blue. Human beings, blue. Clothes, blue. Everything, like everything, it's blue.
There
Wouldn't
was
that,
no diversity
like,
or anything.
wouldn't that be boring?
If
Wouldn't
you
it be?
if you don't see it, it wouldn't be. More like Adam and Eve before they ate the fruit. They
Mhm.
didn't see that they were naked. It's only after you have been enlightened that you see things for what they are.
So, what I'm trying to say is just be you. Don't try to be
Yeah.
like someone else because you do not know what you were called for. Probably the person you are trying to hide from,
Impersonate or
like from the society, is
yeah.
the person a lot of people are looking for, you know.
Most wanted.
Like
I'm just thinking about it. Like you don't even know whether there's a most wanted poster of that person somewhere. So how are you like, nah, man, I want that kind of style.
when you say most wanted, you make it sound more like, yeah, most wanted back in prison. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
he committed some sort of a felony, you know, so he's got to be imprisoned and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, like the youth should like just be you, man. You good the way you are. You perfect the way you are. Well, people say no one is perfect, but I personally believe that the inside you
Mm-hmm.
is perfect. You know, you just have to find a way to present that real you. You know,
Mm-hmm.
stop trying to imitate.
Billie Eilish. Stop trying to mimic Billie Eilish.
Okay, no, okay, I can see that. Okay, so yeah, listeners, before we started off today, like I told her that I'm listening to more of Billie Eilish, you know, and now I feel like it's an issue, you know. She's saying I should stop trying to be Billie Eilish. Like I don't like, but I love her songs. Like, oh God, let me sing this one.
Close your ears,
Okay.
kids.
I like merely looking at that look you're giving me right now. I can tell that you're probably like in the back of your mind. You're probably like, oh, there we go again.
Here we go again. Yeah.
My ears are like going to be traumatized today. Like,
Bleeding.
but you see, I love this song by Billie Eilish. It's Ocean Eyes. Like, It's just that I forgot the lyrics and stuff. And then followed by What Was I Made For? That one, creme de la creme. What was I made for? I love that. You should check it out. You should check it
I
out.
should.
Yeah, you should check it out.
But unfortunately, I'm not a Billie Eilish fan.
What's you listening to again?
Gospel. Don't judge. Don't judge me.
Yeah,
I know most of the time when people say gospel, you're like, oh my word, no, don't judge me, okay? I like gospel music. But it's not like just any gospel music. It has to be instrumental, it has to be serene, it has to be acapellic in a way.
So can you like give me one like just one favorite artist from your genre? You know?
Ada Ahi. I think she's Mozambican. I'm really not sure.
What? She's a Mozambican.
Yeah, but she's pretty good.
I gotta check her out.
Yeah, she's pretty good. But like I do Christian rap as well. Like I like Christian rap.
Yay, Christian rap.
But the low key Christian rap.
You know Lecrae.
Yeah, no low key Lecrae. Who's Lecrae? Low key Christian rap. Like it doesn't have to be something houty or something too much. It just has to be like low key acapellic. Okay. More like NF. Oh Lord. Do you know that term?
NF.
Yeah. You know how it goes like, it's easy to blame God, but harder to fix things. You look in the sky like, why aren't you listening? And stuff like that.
One thing I love about that guy is how lyrical, gifted, you know, he is. Like, he's just straight, you know. Except for the fact that back then when I would listen to him, you know what, like when you are like going through mental health illness, you know, take for instance depression, you get to listen to these artists like Juice WRLD, NF. Sometimes you feel like you relate to what they're saying, and you get the moment you while listening to them, you feel even more depressed, dude. Like,
yeah, there is that.
I feel like the world just crumbling, and
you feel like they're adding fuel to the fire.
But anyways, we're not there today. There is one thing you said though, which I picked, judging. Don't you feel like judging can also add to mental health illness? You know, you are you, and then I get to judge you, and you get to feel like, okay, so he's judging me, so now I feel like I'm alone. I shouldn't hang out with him anymore if it doesn't get me, so no one will get me, you know, so it's better I just be my own, you know, like just lock myself in my room, hold up there like the entire year, or, you know, type of thing. Don't you feel like that also like contributes to mental health illness?
Yeah, I feel like it does. You know, when you think you're one thing and then somebody comes into your life and they make you feel like you're something else.
Okay.
It's more like bullying. Because bullying is a form of judgment. Like, it's a form of judgment, in a way. Because somebody is judging you for who you are, and they're making you feel like you're wrong for being who you are. Like, if I come here and I don't like the way you dress, so every time I come here, I bully you about how, like, the way you dress.
They think I know how to dress.
And I'm like, Alshande, did you really have to wear that t-shirt today? Like, why do you look like you're trying to look skimpy? Okay. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm making you feel like there's something wrong with the way you dress.
Exactly. And yo, Annazide, you are in as much as I hate to admit it, but you are actually taking me back to that time, dark atmosphere, you know. I was going through some stuff back there, and you know, when you get to feel like you know, you probably like in a circle where people get to really make you feel like you're something, you know.
Yeah.
at some point back then, you were not recognized. You know, people
True.
would just pass you without even greeting you. And then now you're in this particular circle, and then these people, they just make you feel like, wow, you are really, really, really something, highly
Yeah.
esteemed, And then tomorrow you wake up and boom,
It's all gone.
it's all gone and you mean nothing to him. And then I can relate to that. That's what I'm trying to say. I can relate to it, and it's really, really an excruciating agony, which I think it's gonna like take me a while to like just forget about it.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, it was. I don't feel like it's fair for people to introduce you into a new world or a new sort of like a thing,
Mm-hmm.
treatment, and then at some point in the long run they get to stop doing it. For instance, let's say yeah, okay, I'm Annazide's friend, so I call Annazide every day, I text you every day, I take you out for lunch every day, and then excuse me, at some point, maybe 5 days later, I stop doing it. How would you feel?
When are you gonna make some of my old friends call me because I'm guilty as charged? But I just hope they don't listen to this because I don't have the explanations there right now. But I guess I get what you're saying there.
Mhm.
I get how a sudden change of atmosphere can confuse you. Like when you're used to one thing and then you have to adapt to something else. That's why it's very important to be a go with the flow kind of person. Because truth is, life changes each and every single day, bro. Like you could wake up today and we're good. And then you say something that pisses me off. And then tomorrow you want to wake up with the same energy towards me, but my energy towards you has changed.
Just repels and all that.
Exactly. And then you're there like, what did I do?
Like, is there something wrong with me? Or is it the way I
Yeah.
talk? Is it the way I do things? Like, yo, it's.
But if you're a go with the flow type of person, you'd be like, it is what it is, and brush it off.
According to my own perspective, just don't do it. Like, if you know that you are not going to be able to maintain this habit in the long run, don't introduce it to me,
Yeah.
I think that's one thing I've learned in 2023. Just don't make me feel special to you.
If I'm not going to continue making you feel
if you're not going to
special.
maintain that, just don't do it. If you come to me, be ordinary. Yeah, we talk. Don't SMS me every day. If you are like my girlfriend, don't tell me that. Don't introduce me to like new things like SMSing me every day. Hi, hey, calling me names. Hey, babe. I think now I hate it. Like I hate it when I'm in a relationship. I hate it when someone calls me babe because I'm like I had.
What happens when you stop calling me babe?
So just call me by my name. Hey, Sviso. Hey, Getemol. Hey, Ashande. Just pick whatever name that you like and then use that one. Stop calling me babe. I mean, honey,
Stop it.
sweetie, munchkin. Yo, stop.
Teddy bear,
like,
gummy
teddy-
bear.
Just don't do it because I know at some point you are going to stop calling me that, and then I'm going to start wondering, why is she like this now? Like no, I don't want to find myself in that. So, dear future girlfriend or dear future wife, well, brackets. I don't see myself
getting married.
Like getting married.
Why?
The story for another day. Anyway, dear future girlfriend, dear future wife, just please, wherever you are now, just know that this guy, you are not going to call me.
Just call me by my name.
Yeah, don't call me by like those babe, like sweet names, relationship names. No, I'm Spiso, Getemol, Shadi, Shande.
This
Yeah.
this topic gets me thinking about the honeymoon phase. You know, when you're in a relationship, and you're at that talking stage, and it's that every day. How was your day? How you doing,
And then,
babe? And then just out of the blue, after one argument, it's like Espiso and Dandy. It's like, no, babe, what you doing? It's like Espiso and Dandy. Yeah. It changes.
And it sounds like that. It sounds weird when you used to being called by babe or sweetheart, and then the next minute your girl calls you by your real name.
Yeah.
You know, it gets like, yo, yeah, it's going like, yeah, it's going down now.
Ask yourself, what did you do?
Now I have to find myself in the process. I'm thinking, contemplating, ruminating. Yo, should I call her? You know, should I pick up a phone call? It's more like when you call me now, I have to, okay, probably like sip on vodka just so like I can
get tipsy before you can start talking.
It's not it. It's just not it. But anyways, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Honeymoon phase. We all go through that, and personally, I enjoy that, man. Like,
really, I don't like the honeymoon phase.
I think I meant to say I enjoyed it. Well,
after you got done wrong, you just like, man, I feel like I don't like, I like the honeymoon phase, but I don't like the honeymoon phase in the sense that, for example, Mina, when I get into a relationship, I want you for who you are.
Straight up.
I don't want you to soften yourself up for me. If you're rude, let me fall in love with you for who you are. Because for me, Nenje, I'm not gonna pretend to be something I'm not. Like, I don't drink. I don't, not to imply that I've never drunk before. I have, but I don't drink. I don't like alcohol. Real talk. But I am not going to start pretending like I like alcohol for you. Even if I'm the type of person that if I have a crush on you, I'm not going to follow you around and find out what your habits are. I have a crush on you, cool, but stay where you are.
And one thing I'm praying for is, wow, I hope you are listening. Wherever you are, bro, I hope you are listening. Don't change yourself. You're good the way you are. Nothing is wrong with you.
Yeah, nothing is wrong. Don't try. If you're a rude person, you're a rude person. But like, now, don't overdo it. Just like, do you know the problem is? For me, Ninja, a trend I've seen in my relationships. I make someone feel comfortable. Like, they feel comfortable, way too comfortable to a point where they forget to like be thoughtful. Like, I want to make you feel comfortable enough to talk to me about everything. But don't make yourself think you're entitled to me listening to you. You're not entitled to anything. We're in a 50-50 relationship. There's no, I have to do this. I don't have to do anything. If I don't want to do it, I don't want to do it, period. You can't force me to be something I'm not. That's why I don't want you to pretend to be something you're not in the honeymoon phase and then be something else in the actual phase. No. Stick to who you are. I'll fall in love with you for who you are. You don't have to... I hate that you softening your voice now. If you have a bass, just talk with what you have.
Hey.
Stop.
Hey.
If you have a soft voice, have a soft voice. Don't do, like, I don't want to, one day I'm arguing with you and you're like, no, I don't want to do this. The next thing I know, it's like, no, baby, I really just be who you are, man. Stop changing. Like, I like consistency. And I feel like that's one of the, like, causes of mental health. Inconsistency.
Exactly.
Like, especially when you're growing up and you grow up from one home to the next, you have to like learn these rules. Next thing you know, they're shifting you to another place and you have to learn those rules. Next thing you know, at the end of the day, you don't know who you are. Your personality is just downright messed up. Like, so yeah, consistency is very important.
And the issue of trying to, I think we did discuss that earlier on, trying to fit in. Just be you in general. Just Just be you.
Yeah.
And while still talking about the causes, don't you think parents, no, dear parents, no, we are not attacking you. No, we are just here to
Not putting you on the platform. Yeah.
yeah, like we're not putting you on the spotlight. Like we're just, yeah, we are just, let me just say, learning or like grooming each other. And it's not like we know everything as your children, but we feel like there are things you could change, while raising us, you know. Yeah, I feel like I personally feel like that.
Uh-huh.
Don't you think parents also contribute to us, being mentally ill, like maybe for instance, parents can contribute to you having depression, parents can contribute to you like being in that what's this word I'm looking for? What's this? Examples of mental health, it's depression, anxiety, trauma. Like parents at some extent,
to some level,
they contribute, honestly.
Yeah, they do.
They contribute. I mean, imagine you are like you are young, probably like you are in your like early 20s, say maybe you're like 20 or 21, and then you got a job, and then your mom obviously is working, or even if she's not working, well, regardless of the situation, so you're working, and obviously you are like get a salary, and then you come back home, you gotta make those monthly contributions. You have your siblings, you have your mom, you have your dad, and then you come back home and you bring whatever it is that you feel like is good for the family. Maybe for instance, take for like, what's this? Bread. We need bread in the morning, probably in the evening. We need bread in the morning, so I bring maybe 5 loaves of bread, and then your parent is like, okay, so you thought it was a good idea to just bring bread, what do you think we're gonna eat this bread with? Son, we need milk, we need tea bags, we need coffee, we need a paste. I'm like, no, it's what I can do for now. If my I don't know, my cash was allowing me to do all those things, I would have done it. But no, this is where my my strength ends. What you need now, it's beyond my strength. So with that, like when the parent is talking to you as a son or as a girl, how is that? Don't you feel like maybe your parent is being
unappreciative,
exactly, ungrateful,
undermining?
And why can't she just appreciate what I'm bringing? It's not like I just came back home empty-handed. No. And plus, she may be working, and okay, fine, she may not be working, regardless of the situation. Yeah. But the fact that I came back home with something, and I'm trying to let you know that, hey, mom, or hey, dad, I'm aware that we're a family and we gotta eat every day. So this is what I have,
Yeah.
Instead of you like uttering those negative words, shouting at me, yelling at me as if like I'm a lunatic, crazy person, why can't you just appreciate that? So at some at some level, I feel like parents, they do like they do add to our mental health illness, because now I find myself having to like forget myself in the process, because like I'm working, right? And then I have to like provide what she needs. She has a list, so I have to buy all those things. In the meantime, I have myself to take care. I have to buy clothes because I cannot go to work unpresentable. I have to like present myself. I have to look presentable, civilized.
Yeah.
But then I cannot now because I have a bunch of things I have to provide back home,
Mm-hmm.
which I feel like it's so unfair to the youth, Parents should just appreciate what we bring because it's not like we are breadwinners or what. We are just providing what we think is enough. It's not like we're breadwinners.
True.
So I really feel like I vehemently, last time I used the word vehemently was when I was writing in East Side back in school. Vehemently.
I vehemently believe.
It's like the way the English teacher would say that word, she would really demonstrate how vehemently she is. Like, yeah, vehemently. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
So I vehemently believe that parents should just stop, not reduce, but just stop because this, for some reasons, it also leads to one feeling depressed and suicidal and stuff like that. So parents should just stop, not reduce, but just stop doing that.
Stop.
Stop.
Just click on the stop button. Don't try to stop.
Don't pause it. Stop.
Okay, I feel like what you're saying is true. Like when you made to feel unappreciated and not enough and stuff like that. But I feel like that's where the issue of an iron backbone comes in.
Iron backbone.
Iron backbone. Whether it's your parents, whether it's your friends, or whether it's people that you work with, you have to stand up for yourself. I'm not saying be disrespectful about it, but you have to stand up for yourself. Like, you can't neglect your personal needs just because your mother feels like you have to buy coffee. If you can afford tea, buy tea, and you buy coffee when you can afford coffee. Like, I'm not saying be disrespectful about it, but I'm saying that as you get older, it gets a bit easier to just sit down with your parents and tell them, Goguti, look, I make 1.5 per month as an intern. I can only bring this much to the table. So saying as you're also my parent, bring something. Of course, the different people, like you can speak to a certain way with different people. It's not the same way that you can speak with everybody else. Like the way that someone can address an issue with me, it's not the same way that someone can address an issue with you. But I believe that you know your parents, you know how they are, you know who they are. Don't make someone make you feel. I'm not bashing parents here. But don't make someone make you feel like you're not enough to the point where you get depressed and suicidal. You feel me? Like, it's very important to stand up for yourself, stand up for what you believe in, stand up for who you are. And like, it's like what they say, if you don't like something, change it. And if you can't change it, then cope with it. But there are things that you can cope with and things that you just have to address straight up. Like if you're in a relationship, and you feel like your partner's being unfaithful. Like, for example, when Nanji, you said, like, at the beginning of the podcast, don't call me baby when you're in a relationship. Because when you stop calling me that, it will be like raising questions. Don't stop wondering. Don't assume Guti she's not calling you baby anymore because she's angry or something. Ask her. It's not that hard. Just ask her why you have stopped. Communication is key, is what they say. Just ask her straight up, why have you stopped? Like, because there's this thing you could see when you start dating someone. What you think are feelings are just temporary feelings. So along the route, you just find out, nah, man, this person is not for me. I don't like this person. So ask. So, don't assume.
Like, turns out, I thought like Annazide was just a poetess and, all that. But turns out she's a relationship coach. Like,
I am that.
But anyways, ask. Because the problem is assuming,
Yeah.
You keep on assuming. Just ask, man. Like,
Yeah, especially
as
with the parent stuff. Don't assume that your mother won't listen to you because when she's angry, she like shouts at like 1,000,000 miles per second. Wait for her to calm, because better there's a time when you can address an issue. Don't address an issue with me while I'm still hyped up and I'm still pissed and I can't, because very good thing for when you're like asking me that at that point. But wait for me to calm down. Then you can reason with me. You know what, this and this and this I cannot stand.
you you are right. No cap.
Thank you.
And okay, it's like this is your like the way you're saying the thank you. It's like you've been I don't know, you've been telling people this what you just told me many times, and they were like, "No, you are wrong." And then
I have.
now you
actually.
just told me, and you feel like it's your first time, like for someone telling you that, yeah, you are right, and you say thank you. Anyways, like I wanted to say, you see, with the parents issue, okay, here's the thing.
Mhm.
I underwent that, you know,
Mhm.
like parents, I strongly believe that they they are the major factor, if I can put it like that. They contribute a lot to the youth mental illness, you know.
Yeah.
I remember one time I bought a gift for my parent. I'm not going to say if it was she or, you know.
He.
So I bought a gift for my parent, and when I gave my parent the gift, well, not that I was expecting a thank you, because I know what type of a person my parent is. What she what she or he did, what he or she did, my parent just took that gift, and my parent just didn't say nothing.
The issue of my parents is very real.
Like my parent just took that gift and said like nothing, you know. Oh, okay. Because like it was wrapped, you know, like it was a very special gift. I was like, oh, my parent, so my parent likes that. I gotta get my parent that. So I wrapped it. I went to the store, and then the lady there just wrapped it, and she put it in like the case. And I went back home. I gave my parent the gift. Oh, okay. My parent took that, and I was like, oh, okay. You know, not that I was expecting a thank you, but I thought this was going to, you know, enlighten the atmosphere between us, because I remember that time with my parent who were not in like good terms, you know. So I thought this gift would mend the relationship with my parent. But no, it did not. And then there I was trying to ask myself, what more? Like, what's it that I have to do to just, you know, make things sober between me and my parent, you know? So what I'm trying to say is, I feel like parents should respond to our attempts, you know. I'm not saying as a parent, I'm buying you something, or like I'm saying something to you, okay, yeah, I'm buying you something, and then you have to buy me something back. No, just a thank you won't hurt, you know. Communicate with me, you know, say something, because I'm trying. Unlike you, you're not trying, because parents have this mentality that, yeah, they're always right. Yeah. Yeah, give me. Like, you may find that I'm right, especially mothers. Mothers do not want to be corrected. Ha.
Not all mothers.
Okay. Specifically, yeah, not yeah. Okay, not all mothers.
Some mothers don't.
Some mothers don't want to be corrected. Ha! You correct a mother. Ha!
All hell breaks loose. All hell breaks loose.
They can even chuck you out of the house. Boom, boom, what else? Yeah, boom. And then I'm like, no, come on. We're like, it's
too much.
yeah. I even feel like crying. Honestly, I'm not saying I was harshly abused by my parents, but I just feel like I pity the ones that are out there, having to deal with their parents, ungrateful parents, and all that. Like I really pity those because I know how it feels, especially when you are the type of a person who is emotional. You always take things too hard, and imagine how that can damage your whole entire life. You probably cannot afford to go for counseling sessions to talk about that because you cannot try or you cannot talk about it with your parents because your parents will at some point judge you and won't even excuse me won't even try to find ways for y'all to work things out.
Yeah.
So it's really heartbreaking, like really, really heartbreaking. But we're gonna have a session where we just have to focus on how parents contribute to the youth's mental health, illness, and all that.
Yeah. There's something you said that I picked up. You said Goguti, sometimes you find Goguti you can't afford counseling and stuff like that. I am pleased to tell you that there are places where you can get free counseling at quality level. For example, government hospital, there are therapists there that are free of charge. Speaking from experience, not to imply that I went to therapy. But because y'all are judgmental. But I did not. Someone I know did. And they're pretty good actually. They're pretty good. They're hospitable, they're nice, and they know their job. So guys, don't die like without having to talk about how you feel. Not like because there are different forms of dying. It's not Goguti, you dead and you're going to the spiritual realm. It's also Goguti, you feel dead, like you're no longer as happy as you used to be. You're no longer as vibrant you used to be. So your emotional well-being has just taken a full-time nap. Dead. So don't tell yourself, Goguti, no one out there is willing to listen to my problems. Yeah, sure, Vele, maybe not the people around you, but maybe there's definitely someone somewhere that is willing to listen to you. You just gotta know the right places to go.
Yeah. You're
So
right.
government hospital is one of those places, but we will make a list of places where you can get free counseling and we will share it on our next podcast.
And while mentioning one of the facilities where they can access that help, they can also go to okay, let me just say it. Yeah, they can also go to the commission, like TLC down there, like stored for. I was that's where I was I was admitted for like my mental health illness, because I was dealing with depression at that time. So they took me there for like a month, and while I was hospitalized there, the psychologists were really nice, like yeah, they know what they're doing. And it's all up I feel like, and at some point it's all about getting that friendly ear, there at TLC, it's tons of them,
Yeah.
I remember this lady, like I was talking to. She was so nice and very, very, very interested in everything I had to say, And then we did some couple of activities. She gave me some couple of assignments, excuse me. And then I did those because also if you wanna get out of the dark atmosphere, you gotta be willing to adhere to everything that they're going to tell you to do.
Yeah.
So I did the exercises, assignments, and all that, and yeah, they're really good. So long story short, you are not alone.
You're not alone.
You and I.
You can always call me, by the way. I'm joking.
Okay, now like
you can like call me.
why aren't you saying something about my singing? Anyways, you were still talking. You are not alone. Ooh, I am here with you.
At least you're not breaking any glasses if you're singing. At least it's not one of those opera songs where you have to go on a high note and you play
there you
glasses.
have it. Yeah, I think I have to attend some singing class.
Your vocals need some polishing. But I told you to stick to rapping. Rapping is where you stand, bro. Don't try to be Celine Dion.
Okay.
Don't try to be Billie Eilish on us.
So you just like not hide the real me and try to like be someone else I'm not.
But the best part is you're better at singing than I am. So you can take comfort in that. You can take comfort in the fact that you're better at edit than I am.
Okay. I feel big, you know.
I feel colossal.
Yeah. We gotta do it colossal. You say you're Christian rap, you listen to Christian rap.
Yeah.
Do you know this song by okay, I don't know this guy, but what's his name? Robbie and some couple of artists I do not know. We gotta do it colossal. Boom boom. Yeah, we gotta do it colossal. I feel like Nicky Furtado. Well, you don't know it.
I listen to a very limited list of songs.
All right, I gotta
a very limited list. I don't listen to all Christian. I listen to specific songs.
You know what? Talking about Christian, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel like I'm touching on a very controversial issue. You know, why we're talking about Christianity and
Christianity is not an issue.
It's not an issue.
It's not. But people's attitude towards it is the issue.
It's the issue. Okay. Like the reason I'm asking is because I had a friend, like a friend of mine.
Mm-hmm.
He was going through mental, like some sort of like mental health illness, you know?
Yeah.
So like yeah, he felt like his pastor was sort of like not as supportive as he thought he would be.
Mm-hmm.
And he felt so alone. But anyways, like I said,
you're not alone.
Yeah, you are not alone. And we're gonna have these episodes where we just talk about how the church contributes to you feeling like that, you know, and all of that, and how parents and relationships and work and friends, and it's an endless list. So today I think we should end here. So what do you have to say, like, as we wrap up the podcast, the show, and yeah, what do you have to say?
Well, as I wrap it up, all I have to say is it's very important to know your health, not just your mental health. Like, it's very important to keep up to date with how you're feeling, whether you have any unusual spots in your body. You have to like take it, because charity begins at home and love begins with you. You can't love someone else if you don't love yourself. And you can't point the speck in your brother's eye if you have a log in your own eye. Basically meaning you can't judge somebody else's issues if you haven't dealt with your own issues. Like, even if you have dealt with your own issues, you can't judge me for mine. You know what I'm saying? So all in all, take care of yourselves. You can't be for everyone else. And yeah.
You cannot be an eye candy to everyone, but there's definitely a circle that was designed or made for you.
Yeah.
So from me to you, my lovely listeners, you are not alone. And don't think just because you are in that particular situation, dark atmosphere, it's the end of the world. No, it's not. You are just there because, you know, some things landed you there, and we are here for you. So don't ever feel like you're alone. And please yeah, do attend, do reach out to those facilities and get the mental health assistance you need so it can be back to your normal self, unique and loving. So, you are not alone. Ooh,
Oh God.
I'm here with
Oh my
you.
God.
Bye
It's just gonna
bye.
keep on hearing this.
Anyways, guys, it was good being with you today, and yeah, see you on the next episode.